Okay. Hey guys, I think we are live now on Travel Knowledge Facebook page. We're just a little early, so I'm going to give it some time here to let some people come on to the training. I'm super excited to share this with you guys. This is my passion heart where my marketing side person inside of me just goes, ee! So, um, I'm excited to share this with you guys. But I am early, so I'm going to wait and give it some time to let people pop on here, okay? In the meantime, I'll just gonna fill up my water, so I'm gonna mute and turn off my video just for a short bit, okay? Okay, guys, so it is 1 o'clock right now. I am going to just give it maybe another minute for people to hop on. They're just seeing the time that it's 1 o'clock and they're hopping on, I'm sure. So I'm going to end up sharing my screen. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and get my presentation ready, which is right here. And present. There we go. So we will, I know there's several people that said they wanted to hop on and see this presentation. This will also be recorded. It is currently recording, and I will share it on my YouTube channel as well. So, well, it's 1 after 1. 101. So let's just go ahead and get started. And as people pop in, if they feel like they're a little bit behind, that's okay. They can watch the replay, and I will share it when I have this all downloaded to my computer and everything. I will share the YouTube channel to Travel Knowledge 2.0. So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Roxanne. I am a silver leader and IATAN card holder. I actually just got confirmation that I'm earning my second IATAN, so that's super exciting for me because that is one of the goals that I had. So, yay. Anyways, I wanted to talk with you guys today about branding your travel business like a pro. All right, so this is something near and dear to my heart. I feel I'm pretty darn good at branding things. I run a real estate business as well here in Wisconsin, and I named my real estate business when I started in 2016. Dreammaker Real Estate Professionals. So that is why you will see my dream team and my Dreammaker destinations. I just went with the same kind of branding for multiple businesses. Okay, so now I got to remember how to do the presentation. There we go. So the purpose of why we're doing and talking about branding and why branding matters is that branding is your travel business's personality. It's who your travel business is. With my real estate, I'm Dreammaker Real Estate Professionals. And with my travel, I'm Dreammaker Destinations. So I help people's dreams come true, right? Um, Having a brand helps people to feel what you're feeling. I am truly passionate about traveling and that it is literally the best way for people to learn about different cultures and different places in the world, in areas of the world. The world is so huge it's impossible to wrap your whole brain around. And man, I'm not done traveling. I like to travel for leisure, for pleasure, for fun, and to see the world, to see so many different things. So, what other would I want to do than to bring that to other people, to help other people to be able to see the same things? But branding your business brings a strong brand to your customers, and that tells them they can trust you and it attracts your dream clients and sets you apart. Okay, so there's some brands here on the screen that I put on that we all know. Disney, Ryu, Virgin Voyages, Carnival, Sandals, Jurassic World is part of Universal Studios. And I put a box of Kleenex on there. Why? Because Kleenex has created the ultimate brand for themselves. I used to work for Kimberly Clark that manufactures the Kleenex brand. And when you're at somebody's house, let's just say you're at somebody's house and they use a different brand, right? There's many, Kleenex is not the only brand. What the product is a facial tissue. Okay. So nobody says, can you pass me a facial tissue? Like, it's actually kind of funny to say that. People often say, can you pass me a Kleenex? Do you have a box of Kleenex? I need a Kleenex. That brand has branded themselves, their product of facial tissue, with the brand name Kleenex, and it's become a household word. Everybody knows what a Kleenex is, and people use the word Kleenex interchangeably, even if they're looking for, even if the house that they're in or the place that they're at has puffs. Is that what it's called? Procter and Gamble's Puffs? I think so. Um, or Georgia Pacific. Anyways, Puffs. Nobody says pass me a Puffs. That they might think you're talking about something else in that regard. Anyways, Kleenex, it's a household brand. You want your travel business to try to be a household brand that other people will remember and trust you. Here are a ton of more brands that companies have become over the years. You probably recognize a lot of these brands, Coca-Cola, Facebook. I mean, hello, we use Facebook almost every day. McDonald's, Harley Davidson, excuse me, Pepsi, Sprite, M&M's, Google, Yahoo, Apple, Ruffles, Barbie. I mean, there's tons of brands that people see that in the Mercedes-Benz, they see that, they know, okay, I can trust that. That's a good, reputable brand. So that's what we want to do with your travel business, build a reputable brand. 5 elements of a strong brand. Your logo, it's a recognizable mark. Your color palette, what colors go with your brand? What colors do you want to convey? Because colors convey an emotion and create a memory. Along with fonts, that expresses the tone. Is the font playful? Is it luxury? Is it silly? Like what is the font? And the fonts are voices online. That's how your brand speaks online. And consistency is just the glue that ties it all together. So this presentation is in one of my brand colors. I don't know the name of the color, but it's kind of a teal color. You can see my logo up here. and my business name, and I went with this world with the kind of airplane flying around the world. And that I just really like that the colors in that world, the oh, what do you call them? Watercolors, right? Watercolor. So this is a teal out of this watercolor, and I'll show you later how I pulled that color out from there. Okay. So down here in the bottom, I've got some tips. Canva is a must use for me. That is what I use for my travel business and my real estate business. I've always used Canva, not always. So in pre-2016, I guess I should say, I taught myself how to use Adobe, what was it called? Express? That doesn't seem right. Anyways, it was free back then. It was like a monthly, not a monthly fee. It was an annual fee back then. Photoshop, the Photoshop Express. It was an annual fee way back when. And I used that to brand stuff. I used to have a marketing entrepreneurship. I'm just entrepreneur all through and through. So I used to do brand marketing for people and do wedding invitations, baby shower invitations. I used to do all of that stuff. Um, so your brand, you are going to put out there on the internet and coming up with something consistent and staying consistent with your fonts, with your colors of your brand is going to make your brand more recognizable. Okay. I've never seen Coca-Cola with purple. I mean, or yellow. Have you? You know, it's just kind of one of those things. They all associate Coca-Cola with the red. Red, black, and white. Okay, so defining your brand personality. Who are you as a brand? Ask yourself, what three words describe your brand? Is it bold? Is it luxury? Is it adventurous? Is it playful? Family friendly? You have to decide that for you. Then think about who your ideal client is and how you want them to feel when they work with you. I see I have a typo on my screen. Anyways, I would keep a notepad or do notes on your phone as far as three words that describe your brand and jot down your brand vibe. You can ask ChatGPT for help with that. I know Halia did a wonderful training on your ideal client, and she used ChatGPT for that. That was a great training. If you need to find it, search up Halia or ChatGPT training and look for that training. I would definitely watch that. That is huge. You can also make like a dream board or a brand board, as you would, with things that match your style. So you can get a good feeling for it. This is your brand. You're going to live, breathe, and eat this all day long, every single day, right? Not eat it, actually. Anyways, so building your visual identity. These are going to be the colors you use, the fonts you use, and the logos that speak for you, everything that people see out there on the World Wide Web, on Facebook, etc. Whenever you're putting out a mock booking, I would try to brand it in your brand. If you can put your logo on one or all of the pictures, do it. I don't every time, I'll be honest, but I try to keep my brand and how my words are put together the same. And just be you, be who you are genuinely. People that are going to work with you already like, know, and trust you. If they don't, they're going to start seeing your brand. If they don't know who you are, I'm not saying if they don't like you, if they don't know who you are, they're going to become to like you eventually. And they're going to see and associate your brand with you every single time. So pick two fonts, one for headers, one for the body, and maybe a third accent. As you can see on the screen, I have two fonts building your visual identity. All of this is one font, and sometimes I use caps or sometimes you can use all lowercase. That also speaks to your brand. Then I have another font down here. This is my third font, and I put some suggestions In Canva, you can create color. They have like pre-made color palettes and fonts that go together. So like you can select one of those preset sort of things and then pick there's so many different templates and you can pick a template that works for you and that brand, which the colors, the fonts, and all of that work together. You can pick those. There's other fonts like Playfair Display. I used to use that for on wedding invitations a lot. Lato is a really nice one, and I really love Railway for a nice, clean, crisp, um, sort of everything font. And Poppins as well. That one is super sleek, very modern. But I really love the A, the E, and the W in the word in the Railway font. It's just a different, something different, right? I used to know somebody, so handwriting, I have terrible handwriting. I'm so much in my head thinking all the time. And when I'm writing something out, I'm just trying to write it out and get it all like from my brain dump, right? And my penmanship is not the best. It used to be good. I used to love to write things, and I taught myself calligraphy when I was a teenager. And that was fun then. Now life is just too busy to take the time to write things out. But I really like, I had a friend, that's why I was going with that. I had a friend that wrote the A's that way. She would always, and she had like perfect penmanship. I don't know how she ever did it. Anyways, so logo design. Okay, I've put on the screen several different logos that I have done over my time. These are not all of them. There is a boatload of logos that I've done over my time. But create a logo that fits your brand. You can use Canva. There, you do not have to pay for Canva. That's why I have this on here. The pro tips, Canva free and Canva Pro. In Canva, it does not cost money to have Canva or to get Canva or to use Canva. They have tons and tons of, what do you call them, templates for you to use. And then you can select that the same branding colors and fonts. You just have to remember what it's called because they're all named something different and use that every single time. Use whatever you can that's free to start out with. If you feel like you're using Canva so much and you want to make it a little bit easier for you, the upgrade would be to go Canva Pro. That's going to cost you something either per month or annually. I find it just easier to do annually because I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm going to use it for so many things. So I just pay for it annually and I have for like 10 years. So it's totally up to you. I would start with free, whatever you can for free, right? Keep it clean and legible with your fonts that you're picking. There are some fonts that can get really kind of racy, edgy, I don't know what to call it, but kind of unlegible. It's hard to read some fonts. Avoid travel like clip art. When you see the same thing over and over again, if you go in Canva and you're wanting to use one of their logos, they have tons for free. Change something of it. There's tons of things you can change with it that are still free. Look under the elements and you can pick different elements. Change something, the color, whatever. So Journey Genius is here. That's Corey Nowakowski. She's on Team Rambler. Michelle Maiman Real Estate, that's my broker. And Snuggly Baby was my baby business when my 16-year-old was an infant. And I just love elephants. I think they're adorable. Obviously, I really like this teal color. Can you tell that? Journey Academy is my homeschool with my son. He's 12 in seventh grade. My Pure Body Naturals is something that I started years ago. That's more natural products for your skin and care. My Dreammaker Real Estate Professionals. And now my broker is Realty One Group. Their brand is black, white, and gold. So I went with that, stayed with that gold theme. And then the Dream Team, that's just my team. I just kept my little world there. And Papa Possum Travels is one that I did for an agent on my team. Okay, so You can look in Canva for those free templates and colors and fonts. Look for their, oh, play around with the background remover tool if you have Pro or if you end up choosing to go Pro. You can get, that's what I did with my, right here, I used the background remover and I added a white circle so that the white circle was within my gold swishy like circle thing here. Journey Academy, I didn't take that away. I definitely can, and I have that. I've done this on stickers, but I kind of took my stripe across to go extended. If you can see really closely, it extends past the circle so that when I print those out on stickers and I sticker sheet and I have an inkjet printer, then that automatically comes off because it's the not overflow. It's the trim. I don't put a trim margin on there. I want it to go over so that the little bar goes across the whole thing. But yeah, that's kind of how I've done that. So social media branding, make every post instantly recognizable. I'm going to also say that goes for TikToks, um, Reels, things like that. Anything that you can add your branding onto, even if it's really small, once people get to know your brand and they see your brand out there and they see your logo, they're going to instantly put that two and two together. Okay. So you can make it smaller, but I wouldn't start out with making it too small. You also don't want it to take away from what you're presenting to the public. But you want people to remember where it came from. Who shared that? Who had that information? Where is it coming from? So that they can put it back to you. Okay, so use the same color palette and fonts in anything you do, business cards, brochures, flyers, your mock bookings. I took mock bookings and I made a bunch of them. I just went on Evo Plus when I first started, and I looked up some places. I wish I had it with me here now. I looked up some places in like Barcelona. I looked up a hotel in Florence, Italy, and I looked up a couple different places like that, and I made a mock booking out of it. I made two on each page, and I laminated them. And I bring those to whenever I do events or a wedding show, especially a wedding show. And I put those out so people can read and see them. Santorini, Greece is a hot one. So I ended up getting wedding show this past January. I met a young couple and they really wanted to go to Greece. They went to Greece in August. They got married in August this year and they went to Greece. I got their business just because I had a mock booking laminated. They didn't go to that exact place. I worked with them to get them to go to where they wanted to go, which wasn't that exact place. So mock bookings, don't stop doing them. That works. Um, let's see. Keep your logo and your handle visible. Consistency with photo filters, make visual harmony. Don't add a bunch of different filters and get it to be too busy and too crazy. You want it to be recognizable and memorable. Okay. So you can create your own reusable Canva templates for posts. Make travel tips, destination feature, guest feedback, a travel ad, or a mock booking kind of promo. Make those for yourself. Make them just make like a template and save it in your Canva and call it travel tip, and make it travel tip one, travel tip two, travel tip three, whatever. Make as many as you want of that. You can make them in the same, I call them stacks, or the same file, and then you can download all the pages of that file or page 4 or just page 5. Now you can't really schedule posts that way. You have to have individual graphics, so maybe you don't want to do it that way. But that is the easiest way to make a travel tip, right? Throw a suitcase on there, add your logo on there somewhere, and then copy that and make it another page. Like you can just, I think it's a plus symbol, plus, and it adds another page and it looks exactly like that one. For the next page, you might want to switch it around a little bit. Move the suitcase over to the right side or left side, move your logo up to the other corner or something. Um, Kind of change it up a little bit, but keep it the same. And then go ahead and make a template for yourself of a destination feature. Pools. Talk about pools. You can talk about that for a whole month. You could schedule and plan out like every Tuesday, Tip Tuesday, Monday, Motivation Monday, make motivational phrases. Use ChatGPT for that. Throw your logo on there. Make it recognizable. It comes from you. So make it look like it came from you. Your guest feedback, that's a huge one. When you have guest feedback, I like to make it a big picture of where they went. And then I put their feedback, kind of like what they said, their quote in a in the black font, and I put it in the middle of the picture. And I make the picture kind of like transparent in a way, so that it's kind of in the background, right? You'd have to go to my page to see examples. I haven't been very good at remembering to post those. I need to remember to post those. That is the hardest part. But get it set up for yourself, brand it to yourself, put it to your brand, add your logo on there, put your name on there, a way to contact you. So if somebody shares it, look at this where somebody went, they had this awesome experience, whatever. If they share it, so I never share it for my people. I always tell them, you can share it for yourself. It's a confidentiality part of real estate for me that I can't do it. I will not ever say Sandy and Bob Marza or whatever, it's just made up name, went to this Cancun resort on these days. I will never do that. Like if somebody else wants to share that for themselves, they can share it. I will not tag them, but I will share a link from my post to them. So I used to do that often for when I just made a booking. I would say, "Yay, congratulations. This wonderful couple is going to this amazing whatever place in Puerto Rico or wherever it was." I can't think of a good example now, but you kind of get what I'm saying there. So then I would post that and congratulate people for going on their honeymoon or whatever it is. And then I would tell them by sharing a link to them directly so they can click on the link and go to my page. And if they want to share it from there, wonderful, then they can share it. Okay. So using Canva smartly. This again here is a thing to see. Free versus pro features. What's free and what's pro? There's templates, thousands and thousands of free templates. When you go to pro, there's thousands and thousands plus more with premium styles. And they tell you they're premium with a little, like, I think it's a crown. That's Canva's little icon. Um, a brand kit, that is where it's limited to where the free version is limited to where you pick the colors and the fonts, things like that. It's all limited. If you go pro, you can do a full kit where you can save your logo image. You can save your fonts and your color palettes and your logos. You can have saved so much in there. Background remover on pro is included. On free, it's not. Magic resize something. So if you have something that's a bigger size, you would magically resize that down to be I like to use the postcard size when I go to events because I like to put a image or like a mock booking, I guess I could say. And then I'll print out, and I pay Canva to print it. And Canva does a really nice job printing, and it's worth it. It's not super expensive, in my opinion. I'll do like a mock booking, and you have two sides. It does cost more to print the back side, and they do print it in color. I usually will do my business card or my business information on the back and the mock booking on the front. So when I hand that to people, it has two purposes. They have a way to get a hold of me, and they have an amazing vacation they can dream about. And when they dream about that one, they might dream about another one, and they actually want to go somewhere else. And now they know to call me, right? Free to use contact, I can't even speak. content planner in Canva. On the free account, you cannot use their content planner. You can plan out a month of posts. You can use your Chat GPT to help you with that. Um, Stock photos are limited in the free version, and the Pro, you have a full premium library. So it's really up to you. Free is great. Free is the number one when you're starting out and don't have a whole lot of money, and that's okay. Use whatever you can as long as it's free for as long as you can, right? So start with free, upgrade later, find a milestone to take the plunge. It's a text write-off, but really finding that milestone for you in your business is going to be huge because that's a way to celebrate. And I think that we should celebrate ourselves much more than we actually do. Your messaging and your brand voice. What you say matters. Using the same tone everywhere in posts that you make, maybe emails that you send out, flyers that you have printed. Be authentic because your voice is your brand. So right now what's really big going on is getting in front of the camera, which is really difficult for me, and recording yourself and then posting that. Perla has been doing a phenomenal job with her TikToks and postings and being her, and she's amazing at it. Perla and Halia also, they both do that, and I'm just like blown away. Um, but be authentic, be yourself, and that is your brand. People want to work with other people that they like. Then they start to know them and they trust them. Okay. If you're doing luxury travel, these are some examples. Luxury travel, family travel, something to say. If you're promoting more luxury travel, you're going to say, experience the unparalleled elegance of blah, 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 right? Those experience unparalleled elegance is some words that you might use on a brand photo or a advertisement. Let's plan your next memory making adventure is something more family travel oriented. So you might have that as your header. Use ChatGPT. Just going to say that because you can tell ChatGPT, I want my brand voice to sound more blah, 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 whatever it is. Okay, so in Canva Pro, here's a tip. In Canva Pro, you can use the I can never say this, Docs to Decks feature to turn your written ideas into designed posts. How do you do that? Okay. Do you remember in your school days and you had to make a outline, right? Just like I have here on this. Messaging and brand voice. Say what matters. Da da da. Then tick tick tick. Make an outline. You can copy that, paste it into Canva Docs, and tell it to make you a deck, like a presentation deck. That's what I did to make this. Okay. Your brand consistency. When you're consistent in your brand, that creates trust with whoever's watching, whoever is seeing your posts. You're being consistent in your brand creates trust. They can trust that you're going to be consistent. They can trust what you're putting out there is legitimate. It's social media. You've got your email signature, your business cards, proposals, and itineraries, however you put that together, your travel quote, your intake forms, everything. Put your colors to it. Use your fonts. Use your brand, your logo. Brand it to you. In Canva, they have a really wonderful way of organizing. They have folders. So you can make a brand assets folder and call it with your travel business, maybe. You can call it then social media posts or business cards or whatever. Make folders to organize your media and your stuff. It's going to save you a lot of headache later. Okay. Next level branding ideas. So when you're ready to level up, you'll create branded travel quote forms. Now, I do use Travefy. It was a choice of mine to use Travefy, as a way to organize my travel business. It made sense to me, so I decided to jump in, and I apologize for my dogs. Just gonna shut the door. Um, so that's just what I chose. I don't really do a lot of emails. There are some travel agents that email their sphere and their past clients, and I think that's great. I have not had time to really form emails. I used to do that in my real estate business. I just found that my emails, people get so many emails. Um, but do it. If you feel like, hey, I want to do this, then do it. I think you should. Add your logo to the email. Make the email your brand, colors, whatever have you. You're speaking to your audience. Um, Make a bio link landing page in Canva. So in Canva, and this actually might be a pro level. I can't remember if it's available in free as well, but you can search in Canva for website. Okay. Choose a free one, not a fee, one page design. So a free one page design. Okay. Publish it as a link. Make it like your phone is, what is this, portrait size? Portrait, not landscape. Make sure it's in portrait, and then you can send that link. Let me see, how do I do this now? So I have it set up on my phone as a shortcut so that when I'm sending a text out to somebody, I add RSK at the very end. Those are my initials, and RSK, and then I space, that is my real estate one. RSKTR is my travel one. I just made like shortcuts. I have an Apple phone. So I use Apple. I know that it's called something different in Android. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a short keyboard shortcut. So you can set up what you want it to type out when you type in your shortcut thing, right? In that shortcut salutation, I'm going to call it, in your text message, it's kind of like your signature in email, right? At the very end of your text message, I put that on there and it has my link. So when they click on my link, it's like my virtual business card. Okay. I used Linktree, but I made how it looks in Canva. Does that kind of make sense? Um, there are a lot of creators out there. I would look on TikTok and all of those places for how to do that, how to put it together. There are tons of creators that have videos of that, how to do, what to do. Okay. And then I use Bitly for a short link. So if I want to say, call my link, blah, 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 / Roxanne Travel, then I can do that, put that in a short link and call that / part Roxanne Travel at the back end of it. So say it'll have like HTTPS : / bit.ly .com, I think. And then it goes / and then whatever you want the end of the / to say. Okay. So that's how I did a lot of my intake forms for people to fill out. So now I can know exactly what they're getting. Okay, so I'm going to show you a quick little demo. I'm a little scared about this because my Canva is a mess. All right, don't judge me on that. Let me go out of here. This is my Canva. It is a whole hot mess, but you can see I've got tons. So this just starts out your recents, and this is tons of different things that I have done. Whoopsies, if I like one of them, here's my traveler feedback. This is a little bit long one. And I only put their first name and their last initial. But do you see how I have a picture in the background? That is a Canva feature. So that's whole thing there is an image that I got from Elements. Now, keep in mind, I do have Canva Pro. Okay. So I have more than what is on the free features. Okay. It's really hard these days now to see what is what because I've used this like this for the past 10 years, like I said. So here I have ungroup and I have two different groups of two different fonts there. Group them back together and I've got my logo on there. I've got a picture of where they went, what she said. Okay. So say I want to make a copy of this for another one. I like to make copies instead of reusing this. And then this is completely gone forever. So you just go make a copy and you can do that in the free version. Version history, this little crown thing, this is a pro feature to see this version history, I guess. I don't know. Um, but yeah, so I like to play around with this. I always go back home to my home screen. There's so much you can do. Here's the document, flyer, make a flyer. They have so many different preset things in here that you can change. Oops, elements. Well, I'm not going to go and try to figure out because I'm not doing a training on this right now today, but you can play around with Canva. It's very useful and very helpful. I know I wanted to share with you the folders because that's what I was last talking about. So here's my projects folder. Here I have a ton of folders. Oops. Show more, show more, show more. So I have a ton of folders for different reasons for what I might be using it for. Okay, so that is how I stay organized with my business. I have all my Dreammaker destination stuff in this folder, and then I've got even folders inside of here. Do you see that? So folders inside of folders inside of folders, and then your most recent designs that you've done always show up at the top. Okay, so use Canva to how it makes the most sense for you. And I'm going to try to get back to my presentation. Now, where did it go? That's not it. Oh, where did it go now? Okay, guys, I can find it here. And I'll just go to where I left off, somewhere around here. Yes, okay, right here. Present. Okay, so wrap up and a challenge for you. Your branding challenge is pick your 3 brand words that describe you. Build your brand kit in Canva and design your first 3 branded posts. Okay, whatever they are, doesn't matter. Um, and share them in the comments below on this training. I think that is so important to share them wherever you want to. I don't care where you share. I'm not checking anybody's work or anything like that. So don't think anything like that. But sharing things helps trigger other people's creativity. And sharing things, I'm not making it a contest. I have nothing to give away. I'm sorry, but sharing things helps others to think outside the box of where they would normally think. And it will challenge you as well. It will help you and help others. That's what we all do here at Travel Knowledge. A rising tide lifts all boats, right? So I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. Please share in the comments of this live video or when I post this recording, okay? Feel free anyway to share that. Okay, so your 3 brand words, think of those, jot them down, build your brand kit in Canva, and make 3 branded posts. Okay, and share those 3 branded posts in comments somewhere on this video or on when I post the recording. I hope you guys have a great day and that you've learned something new here. Again, my name is Roxanne. I'm a Silver Leader IATAN card holder. So let me see if there's any questions in the chat really quick. You are welcome. Yeah, I don't really know about the Canva AI feature. Nikki, I see your question there, but I don't really know about that and I don't really use it. I like to I like to start from a blank white page when I design stuff because I have a vision of what I want it to look like and I can make that happen in Canva. If you need triggers for your thinker brain, I would go to those templates that Canva has. But I don't like AI creating stuff for me. So yeah, let me see. I don't think there's any comments on the travel knowledge page on Facebook. So I think this wraps it up, you guys. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Tag me in travel knowledge or whatnot. All right. You guys have a great day. Take care.